Here we are. I think we should be live. YouTube says there's no data. I'm clearly not at the studio. There's clearly no workbench. And I'm streaming to myself, I think, which is perfectly cool. I'm not 100% sure what I'm doing today. I put up a picture on Facebook yesterday. I need to get some music in my... Bear with me. I just need some music in here for a minute. Which means we need to mute the headset and we need to change this. Shit, to monitor and output. I have music. Oh, I don't know what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. So, the server, the NAS at the studio, was apparently attacked on the weekend. Let's put this mic over here. I stayed up late just for this. Oh, today's actually been a terrible day. Campaign Terrain, thanks for joining me in the chat. I'm not in the workshop. I'm loafing at home. The NAS at the studio was attacked on the weekend by the Deadbolt ransom virus. And I'd known about it. I had notifications from QNAP about this vulnerability and that I need to update. And I didn't do anything about it. And subsequently, it was just a matter of time before they found their way into my NAS and screwed things for me. So right now I'm just at home. The last backup I have is a year old. For someone that used to own a software company, you'd kind of think that I would have had my backup situation sorted out, but there's a whole story there. So right now, I'm in a recovery phase. So we're backing up the NAS at the moment. That's running right now. That's going to take 13 hours to run that backup. I bought a new hard drive. That's getting backed up out to that new hard drive, and then we'll restore the backup that is a year old. I can't pay the ransom. I'd pay the ransom. I can't pay it because I don't have the ransomer's details anymore. And that message was never shown to me because it's, I don't know why. I don't know why. So, hello Solvix, thanks for joining us. Not a great deal is going on today. We got a few more viewers, so we'll just recap real quick. We're just sitting here in the games room at home, loafing and wallowing in my depression, contemplating whether I should go back to the studio and keep working, or if I'm just going to play some Star Citizen. The NAS at the studio was attacked by the Deadbolt virus, and the situation there is not good. I've lost about a year's work, and I'm not feeling fantastically great. So I left to come home, have some lunch, pick up a few things, and do a little research on demolition saws and stuff for the renovations in the laser room, which are just progressing at a snail's pace, absolute snail's pace. And just one issue after another. So I'm wallowing at home. So there'll be no studio stream today. No workshop Wednesday. I could potentially do a little bit of design work or play some Star Citizen. Sounds bad. It is bad. It is bad. It's not terribly bad, but it's reasonably bad. There hasn't been a whole amount of development going on in the last year. Obviously, things have been limited in terms of development. A lot of the development work has been done here at home, so I'm hoping. I just deleted a whole bunch of stuff from my network here at home a couple of weeks ago. I'm hoping I can restore that which will hopefully give me access to the stuff that I've worked on at home here over the last year or so, which might be able to replace some of the stuff that's at the studio. I don't know. There's things that I could be doing, but I'm just procrastinating. And then the stream, I have no idea what to do. It's not the best time to be streaming. I'm in the middle of a breakdown. Fuck. All right, what do we do? What do we do? Should we do some design work? What are we gonna work on? What have I got here at home? Jason the Bruce has joined us. Hey Viv, definitely not sending this while at work. Well, you know, why not? All right, let's get rid of this. Let's get out of studio mode so we know what we're doing. Let's get out of that. We don't need that window open. I don't know what. Let's have a look in our folders here on stuff that we can work on. Because all the stuff for the City of Ilaria stuff, if you're just joining us, there's no Wednesday workshop this week. You know, things aren't fantastically good. I should put up a little subtitle. Oh, there's some text there. What are you working on? Jump on the Discord. The Discord. Tim Albert says, good morning from sunny Germany. It's 6 a.m. here. 6 a.m. is a great time to wake up. It's not a time I normally wake up. You know, I don't normally go to bed until very late, you know, 1 or 2 a.m. And then, you know, up at 7:30 or so, thereabout, 7:30, 8 o'clock, quickly get Charlotte ready for school and out the door. But waking up early is nice. I need to get into the habit. I need to get into the habit of going to sleep early so I can wake up early and enjoy a really good day. A, so I can enjoy a really good day, but B, you know, it's really good for my mental health. Some dude on YouTube. Morning from the second account too. Hello, at Jason the Bruce. All right. I don't know what to do. I really don't know what to do. I'm not really massively keen. I'm not feeling work here at the moment. Campaign, it's been Wednesday for 10 minutes here in Georgia, USA. Really, today just equals no. As the backup in the studio is happening. That's all I can do right now. There are other things I could be doing there, obviously, but I can't. The backup is happening. Tomorrow we'll do the restore, and then I'll do my comparison between the restore and the backup and find out what I've lost. Is there music playing? I'm supposed to be hearing music. This is another reason I'm not streaming at the studio, because all of the everything is locked by Deadbolt. And until I can do that restore, you know, all the stuff I've got on the screen at the moment, you know, there's not a lot. It's not a lot here, right? My logo up on the top left, this chat bar, that little black and white and orange graphic. You know, any of the other graphics, nothing is working. They're all locked by Deadbolt. So until I can do the restore tomorrow. Jason the Bruce says, Viv, I had to Google what those file types were. How hard is it to fix? It's impossible to fix. So Deadbolt is a ransom virus. Some dude on YouTube says, yes, there is music. Okay, cool. I can't hear it. I'm supposed to be able to hear it. Let me know if it's too loud. I can turn it down. Okay, Campaign Terrain says it's groovy and a good volume. Yes, there is music. I do hear music. Fantastic. Really trying to find some 10 to 12 mil city buildings. Maybe we can mess with that for a little bit. So Deadbolt is a ransom virus. It attacked my NAS on the weekend. There was a vulnerability in the QNAP NAS network storage devices, which we use one at the studio. And QNAP sent out some information to me a while ago saying, you know, this vulnerability, you know, is out and about, and do this to, you know, update firmware and all this sort of stuff to protect yourself. I don't manage that. I've never, you know, I never managed any of this stuff, and my staff did it for me. You know, now it's just me. Things are slightly different. Anyway, I was going to talk to William, my IT guy from NetMax Services, or NetMax Solutions, I think they're called, here in Melbourne. And I never did. So on the weekend, my NAS got attacked with that deadbolt ransom virus. There's no way to unencrypt the files. No, there's no way. Unless you pay the ransomers, you know, the ransom, Bitcoin. It's not a lot of money. $2,000 or something like that. But I can't pay the ransom because I never saw the notice from the, you know, the attackers saying, you know, we've hijacked your, you know, NAS, etc., blah, blah, blah. Send Bitcoin to this address and that. And, you know, I never saw that. So I can't pay the ransomers. And the most recent backup I have is a year old because I didn't realize that the backup drive wasn't plugged in. The power cable on the back of the backup docking bay, the external device, had been pulled out. And because I don't really pay attention to what I'm doing, I didn't realize that the backups weren't happening. Until I realized that the backups weren't happening and still didn't do anything about it. So the most recent backup I have of the NAS is almost to this day a year old, 20th of May, 2021. So I'll have files here at home, files on Google, files in emails. So right now we're just loafing. Ruh-roh, Viv is going to give Viv the sack. Yeah, virus like that is such a pain. Yeah, it's terrible. It's really terrible. So there's already a whole bunch of other things that are going on, and it was just another kick in the guts, which is why now I'm at home doing nothing. I just want to vague out for a little bit. I just want to run around, play some Star Citizens. I don't know. I really don't know. I should design work. Have to come back. He has a job. Thanks for joining me, Jason the Bruce. I really appreciate it, man. I'm sorry it was, there's not a fantastic stream happening in the studio with, some workshop stuff happening there. There are lots of things there that I'd like to do, but we can't. Working in IT here, so is my obligatory reminder. Scheduled maintenance is a must. Monthly at a minimum. Check for updates and working backups. Never assume. Hope you can recover stuff fast. And that's another thing, that people, with backups is, people have their backups running, but how often do you test those backups? You've got to be able to test your restore procedure to make sure it works. All of this is, it sounds absolutely ridiculous because I've written massive policy documents and stuff all about this stuff. It's an absolutely terrible and hilarious situation at the same time. Hope you can recover stuff fast. Well, we'll see. It's going to take a few days. If I had a proper backup system, if the backup system was actually working properly, like it was supposed to, it would have been a relatively straightforward, process. But because I don't, there's some juggling. Star Citizen, if you want to unwind, look into Dorfromantic. What is Dorfromantic? Let's look into it now. I'm not doing anything. You guys can chill with me. The middle of the workday and I'm not doing any work. Luckily, I work for myself. Otherwise, my boss might say, Viv, you can't be streaming Star Citizen. Just because things aren't good and you're feeling a little grim, get on with the work that needs to be gotten on with and move things forward. Don't be chilling out at home, streaming and playing Star Citizen. Dorfromantic. Oh, what is this? It's a video game. Tips. Perfect placement. High score guide. Romantic. Oh, it's a game. Right. Okay, cool. It's a city building puzzle video game developed and published. Oh, look, let's just get down here, right? If I'm going to be chilling out here, doing nothing, having a carry-on stream, what's the time? It's 2:20. We got some time to kill. Why not? Dorfromantic is a city puzzle building video game. Okay. Let's have a look at a couple of quick images. Same dude, same. I shout at customers for not doing it. Don't ask how it's looking at it. It's a tile lane game. Think Catan, but much more relaxed. Okay, cool. I've never actually played Catan. It's one of the classics. It is something I'd like to do a bit more of. Bit of board gaming. I should have a scheduled once every 3 weeks board game night. All right. Get myself a coffee. I really would love a tea, actually. Campaign terrain. I wait for myself. My boss is, let's just say it's rough working for him. Yeah, well, I feel the same way. My boss is a bastard sometimes. I am going to jump in and play some Star Citizen, so you guys can chill out with me. I'm just going to, just for the sake of venting and feeling like I could talk to, about whatever. You can watch along with me. Let's turn off that little, this little thing down here. We don't need that. Let's get, oh, look at this. It's already open. Of course it is. So here we go. Let's see. We need to go back up here. Just need to turn the headset up a little bit so you guys should be able to hear that. Let's turn the music down. Solvik's just got some coffee as well. So I'm going to bum around here for a little bit. Where's my mouse gone? Jump into this persistent universe. And enough about for a little bit. I've really been enjoying this game. I think if you were with me on Friday night, for design night, I was talking about, this is a little loud in my headset actually. Let's just turn that down a little bit. I was talking about maybe doing some stuff on the Rubbish In, Rubbish Out channel, which YouTube sent me a notification about saying it's going to demonetize it because I haven't been using it or uploading anything, which is not a massive problem really. I'll be missing out on, excuse me. All right. Oh, I've really been playing way too much of this game. Way too much of this game. I backed it years and years and years ago in 2013 and never really, got into it or followed its development. And, it didn't come out and I was like, nah, stuff it. Incapacitated? Why am I incapacitated? Oh, that stream element spot. What? Let's turn the chat off. Why am I in hospital? This is a fun experience. All right. I have no idea why I am in hospital, but yeah, so be it. So be it. I will keep an eye on the view account, just so if I need to re-explain that today is not a regular a regular stream. I'm just chilling out at home. Maybe I should put up, some rolling text or something. Even though the game right now is super janky, even though it's been in development for 10 years, even though it's full of bugs and even though there's, all these issues surrounding, the game, I still really enjoy it. I'm having fun just, running around. As long as you don't get too attached to things. Like right now, I should have been in my ship, my Prospector, on Lyria, doing some, Quantanium mining. But for some reason I am not there, which probably means my Prospector is gone and needs to be reclaimed. And the game is absolutely stunning. Right now, I think my frame rate's really suffering and I've got no idea what it's like on the stream. But it's just such a beautiful, visually stunning game. Are there people up there? That's new. I haven't noticed that. There's just so many small little things about this game that, you know, it doesn't matter. All the crashes, all the bugs, everything that happens, I can just sort of like forgive, because every time I play the game, even though there are all these bugs and problems and stuff, there's always something that makes me go, wow, that's amazing. And it's those little experiences that just keep me coming back to, you know, right now, you know, it... I need to go catch this train, right? If you've never played Star Citizen, I need to go to the spaceport so I can go check on my ships, right? To get to the spaceport, I actually need to travel there on public transport. And the public transport travels on an actual time frame. Everything, you know, in the game, as far as I understand, is slowly being, you know, physicalized. So this train, I'm waiting for this train to physically arrive. It could have other players on it. Here it comes. You know, from around the corner. It could have other players on it, but this is how I get to the spaceport. I need to wait for that train to arrive. Oh, hello. And, oh, don't fall out. Look, there's a glitched out door. We can fall straight out through there. So this tram's gonna, you know, it's gonna take 45 seconds or however long it's gonna take to get to where we're going. How long is it? 45 seconds. Oh, it's 1minute and 30 seconds. So we're actually going to have to stand here for 1minute and 30 to just get to the spaceport. And even though, you know, that's what I love about this game. Everything is, you know, is inside the verse. You know, we are actually there. And I love it. I love it. There's so many janky, glitchy things, but I love it. Your rig runs SC much smoother than mine, and I still not have gotten hold of what to do. I really want Squadron 42 to be released. Yeah, you know, I'm so surprised. I only tuned back into the game maybe 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, after I saw a passing video on YouTube saying Star Citizen is now amazing. And so I checked it out, and I was like, okay, cool, look, it looks, you know, I think I dropped in right at the right time. They did a Star Citizens party at PAX one year. It was good fun. Well, they do their Citizen Con every year as well, don't they? And you know, there are, you know, the whole package. Let's just call it a whole package. You know, from the game itself, from CGI. Is it CGI? CIG? I can never remember. Here we go. We got to get off. If we don't get off, it's going to go back. Get out of my way. It's leaving. And if you need to catch a train and it just disappears and you're like, no way, what happened? You'll be running in to go catch it and the doors will close and then you got to wait for another minute and a half. And it's, you know, yeah. It's just everything is here. It's so much fun. I haven't gotten into following the development too much. I'd love to see Squadron 42 come out. People are saying another couple of years, but apparently they've been saying that for a few years. I love it when you're at a monitor like this, right? You can watch somebody else at the monitor and you can naff with their stuff, right? You know, they were saying that's a bug where, you know, if someone else was looking at a monitor or using an interface device, they were saying that's a bug, that I could actually click on their screen. I don't think that's a bug. I think that's amazing, because it actually gives you that whole real world feel that, yes, if this was an actual terminal in real life, in a spaceport or wherever, and I was using that screen, there is nothing to prevent somebody, CIG, Cloud Imperium Games, thank you so much. And they should stop burning money on party and get on working. I'll be off. Work waits for no one. Have fun, mate. Thanks, some dude on YouTube. Thanks for tuning in for my uneventful Wednesday workshop stream. I think it's amazing that you can naff with someone else's screen. I don't think that's a bug. I think that's amazing. Welcome. Anyway, let's have a look. It's my prospector is... Okay, so the prospector is up at Arc L1. Everything is stored. Except my Hornet. Oh. I remember now. No, I was running bounties last night. And one of the bounties was, let's claim that ship back. Now we gotta wait for 6 minutes and 45 seconds for the insurance to process my claim.
Your insurance claim has been sent.
Good. I can pay money, but I'm not going to. We got other things we can run around and look at.
Goodbye.
Yeah, so the bounty that I did last night was on the dark side of Lyria. Some dude was on the ground, and you know, I killed him and his 2 friends, and then I thought I was, you know, rolling over to pitch up into, you know, the sky and out into the atmosphere, and I rolled over, and what I thought was pitching up, I was pitching down, and by the time I realized, I'd crashed straight into the ground, and I rage quit. So that's why I woke up in hospital. That's why my Hornet needs to be claimed. It had nothing to do with mining. My Prospector is still up there. Let's go. Let's actually take my Constellation. We'll retrieve this. We'll go up to Arc 1. Arc L1. And 6. Eject. I've done that too many times. Done that, you know, in the heat of things, I'm mashing my keyboard and then I'll hit that eject button and go flying out. And I'm like, no! Where are we going? Hangar 6. Alright, here we go. Let's go to Hangar 6. I've really been enjoying, I think I mentioned it on Friday night as well, on the design night, Ollie43's channel. He's been doing a lot of Star Citizen stuff daily. And I've really been enjoying it. I'm very much in the same position as him. I haven't been involved in all the drama and all the controversy and all, you know, all the delays and all the promises. You know, I've dropped into the game at a point in its development where things are actually pretty good. You know, like I said, you know, just before, I saw a video on YouTube saying Star Citizen is now amazing. It's far from being perfect. Obviously, it's an alpha has very ambitious goals. That, you know, what we have right now has a lot of problems. It's amazing. It is amazing. Took me 16 months to collect from my car wreck. Oh, that's so terrible, man. That's so terrible. All right, let's get out of here. We'll fly up. I think we'll get out of the atmosphere. Well, you know, I'm just assuming everyone knows what the ship is, but maybe we should get out of here. We'll go, you know, for a bit of a tour. When I backed for the game, I spent $700. This is one of the ships that I wanted because it was a gunship, and you know, it's got turrets all over it, and I think it can be crewed by 4 people. So my group at the time was like, yo, if you get this, I'll get that. You know, we all, you know, got heaps of stuff. So vertical tail. It's nighttime. Oh, it's nighttime at Arc 18. All right, we got to do a bit of flying around. This is another thing that's just amazing. I'm not really good at flying in this perspective. I don't know how to get the camera to chase me around properly. I want it to be able to rotate around, and I can't use the camera properly. But this is another thing that's just so amazing about the game. Let's just pitch up for a little bit. The visuals are just stunning. I think we can roll out a little bit too. Oh, I'm not fantastic at flying around in third person. The controls are a bit janky. See, right now I'm controlling the ship, but because my perspective is screwed, we're gonna crash! We're gonna crash! I gotta get back inside my ship properly. I'm no good at that. Alright, where are we? Where are we? Let's get this back under control. Get out. There we go. Out into space we go. Who are all the kids just standing around staring at your ship? Oh, we're rolling and pitching all over the place. That's the ground crew. So the NPCs in the game aren't fantastic. They don't really work. They glitch out. They just stand there. You know, no doubt, you know, we'll come across somebody who's missing a head. This place here, Arc 18, is part of Arc Corp. Here on the star map. So this is Stanton. And down here is where I am at ArcCorp. It has these two asteroid fields, ArcL1, which is where we're going, ArcL2, and then its system comprises of ArcCorp, its planets, and then two moons, Lyria and Walla. And so we're in here at the moment, around the corner here, at Area 18. So we'll boot out to Baijini Point, then from Baijini Point I think we'll go to an orbital marker so we can get around this planet to, fly up to ArcL1. I'm back, says Jason the Bruce. Ooh, Star Citizen, yeah, I crapped out. I can't be bothered doing any work. I'm just gonna let that backup happen in the studio, and I'm gonna sit here and play some Star Citizen. I'm gonna go pick up my daughter from school soon. So we're napping about in Star Citizen. Oh shit! Oh boy, what? How did that happen? How did we almost crash into the ground? Are you going to crash? Yes, 100%. I didn't realize we had cruise control on. I thought the ship was stationary in orbit. Amazing. Okay, let's get back out of here. All right, let's just stop. Let's just hover here. That was crazy. All right, let's so we're stationary now. We should be. Area 18, part of ArcCorp. ArcCorp is a city planet. I would love to be able to go down onto the surface and look around this huge city, but the whole planet, the whole planet's surface is covered in city. But what is going on with this ship? The pilot flying it is drunk. That's what's happening. But we can't. A lot of the other planets you can go onto the surface and look around everywhere, and I was anchored at the ground whilst checking the map. Nice save. Yeah, amazing. I thought I was totally gone for a minute then. I wasn't 100% sure, how I was orientated. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's go up to Arc 1. Right, let's get out into space. All right, let's get out here. Let's get our map open. This star map is cool, and I like its concept and its idea. Obviously once we've got more than the one system, we were promised 100 at one stage, right? Are we still pitched correctly? This is what's called our angle of attack. Hydrogen fuel. Its implementation is not fantastic. I love the idea of it, but sometimes it's super janky. All right, let's get out to ArcL1. So we have to physically travel there. There's no loading screens. Am I high enough in orbit to be doing this? I was going to crash into the ground again. There's no loading screens. There's no waiting screens. Everything is physicalized. So I actually have to travel. What is it? 487 kilometers to this orbital marker. Happens pretty quick in quantum drive. Now I'm going to boot out to ArcL1, which is always up near Stanton. You can see it's 2,891,973 kilometers, and we are actually going to travel that far, and it's going to take ages. So here we go, booting off towards Stanton, which is the sun, and you can see slowly counting down. Slowly. So when you have to travel like 52 million kilometers in quantum drive, in quantum travel, it takes time. I haven't upgraded the quantum drive in this ship, so it takes ages. Note yourself, don't let Viv pilot my ships. I'm not a fantastic pilot. I love mining, I love running box deliveries. I'm not fantastic in a fighter plane, in a combat seat. I'm terrible. Obviously, we started off this stream with my Hornet needing to be reclaimed because I crashed it last night. So it says 100 systems, would rather 5 that are awesome. Yeah, indeed. Indeed. Alright, that didn't take too long. It's like Elite Dangerous with less what the fuck is happening for the first 10 hours. Excuse me. People have been saying I should play Elite Dangerous. Excuse me. There's a lot of building blocks here, and I think those building blocks will eventually be able to build a cool game. But yeah, there's a distinct lack of game stuff. There's lots of stuff to do, and if you want to, make your own game, there's loads of things that you can do inside, the game at the moment. But from a game perspective, yeah, it's, very well lacking in that department, obviously, at this stage. So here we go, Arc L1. So this is a refinery space station. This is where I bring all my quantanium that I grabbed from Lyria. Turn off the quantum drive. I love the level of involvement here. They have in this patch 3.17 added a one button contact the ATC to request landing. I use it, but I don't. I'd rather have to go to my comms screen. Here's my comms channel up here. Okay, I got a global channel. No ATC at this stage. I'd rather have to go there, click on the button. Yeah. Goalposts have changed a lot compared to the early days, but I do enjoy the game. Yeah.
Hello. Thank you for
there we go. There's air traffic control getting in contact with me. Let's turn off the cruise control. Let's contact the ATC. Only real issue I have is with the pledge system and its bigger brother. Yeah, sure. I was listening to, what was I watching? Is it Space Tomato 2 or something? I can't quite remember. Sorry, dude. I was watching his stream yesterday, and he had... it wasn't a stream. It was a video podcast. That he had Ollie 43 on, and they were talking about. And one of the things that, a lot of people seem to have an issue with is the pledge system. Being able to, buy things or spend money on ships that aren't functional. Let's put some landing gear down. I'm really quite keen to build a sim pit for this game. I had a fairly serious sim pit for, Flight Simulator. That was back when I was really wanting to, become or at least get my license. Not necessarily a commercial pilot, but at least a commercial pilot, but at least have my license to be able to fly. And so I've been thinking, I could build a cool sim pit for this. There we go. Let's turn some engines off. Let's get out of the chair.
Landing complete. Have a pleasant stay.
Don't put your ship at the planet you want to land on at high speeds. I have crashed into the planet. I'm very, very conscious of my approaches now. I watch other people in their videos and they're flying in and, pull some swifty maneuver and then land. Oh, geez. I used to play a while ago a bit of Arma 3, and I remember playing one on one server, and there was just a helicopter. It was like a capture the flag kind of thing, or capture the zones sort of mission, 32 players on each side or whatever. And there was one dude who was like a helicopter pilot, and he was damn good. And he'd just go from the spawn zones right into the heart of the action. And he wouldn't come cruising in and then land. He'd do this weird, he'd come in at a super high speed and then do this weird turn where, he'd pitch up, roll over, pitch the nose down, and then level out onto the ground. It was incredible. Didn't always work. Every now and then, we'd crash into the ground. But 8 out of 10 times, he'd drop 6 dudes right in the middle of the action and then piss off and go get 6 more dudes, and that was so much fun. Alright, so let's store this. Alright, we are up here at Arc L1 to go get some quantanium that has been refined. It's going to be amazing once, as things slowly get added and added and added, because like I said earlier, I think I've jumped into the game at the perfect point here, 3.17, although it has been a little bit, janky for me. I've dropped in at the perfect point because there's lots of things to do, things that I didn't realize people didn't have before. All of the mission stuff, all the bounties, all the exploration. Let's close this. I can never remember. There's so many commands, keyboard commands. Where are we going? We're going up to the refinery to transfer some quantanium to my constellation, and we'll go drop that back to Arc, Area 18. And then that'll bring us to about an hour, and I think I'll log off and continue to wallow while I'm going to the refinery. So I actually have to catch this lift, and this lift is physically traveling to the other part of the station, space station. This is not a loading screen, this is not a waiting screen. I am physically inside this lift, and it is physically traveling to another area of this space station. I have to wait for that to happen. It's amazing. It's just, the whole concept is just so ambitiously amazing that in itself is enough for me to say, oh, I don't care how janky it is. I'll get involved in this. So we've only got a handful of people watching. People have been popping in and out, but you know, if you've just joined us, obviously there's no Wednesday workshop stream. I'm at home, ditching work for the day, playing Star Citizen while I wallow and moan about my NAS being attacked by the deadbolt virus and having lost access to a whole bunch of my stuff and potentially a year's worth of work. Because my backup systems and the person operating those backup systems is incompetent. I've potentially lost a year's worth of work.
See anything you like?
Okay, let's chuck this on my ship. It's not a lot. And so whilst the process of recoveries and all that sort of stuff is happening at the studio on my NAS there, I am now at home, vegging out, playing some Star Citizen, and having a good time rather than thinking about the nightmare that is, you know, being dealt with at the studio. Right.
Hi, good to have you back.
I don't think... Okay, there's only a tiny amount of quantanium in that ship, but, you know, we'll go fly it back for the sake of it. Hopefully they can pull through and deliver a good game in the next 10 years. I certainly think that you'll be seeing the game in a much better state in the next 2 or 3 years. And I think if you've got another 10 years, it's going to be an absolutely amazing universe. I'm super aware now of this lift here because I stand in the middle and I reach over and press that screen from as far away as I can, because the other night I kept on glitching through the rails. I'm so afraid to go near it. Glitching through these rails and ending up on that silo down there. And then obviously there's no recovery from there. So, you know, you're either logging off to wake up somewhere random or killing yourself to wake up back at Arc 18. So I'm super aware. Let's go back to let's go to the Galleria. Figure out what ship was that? That the Andromeda, the constellation that I was in just before. It is one of the RSI ships that, from the Constellation series, the Andromeda. It's the gunship. Not the Phoenix. The Phoenix is the luxury one that's got the spar in it. I would love one of those. Here we go. Alright, so we're up at the Galleria. So when the game actually gets populated and these NPCs are actually doing things and, you know, we can interact with them and they're wondering at... Oh, thanks. How are you? And they're actually wandering out and doing things, and that'd be cool. No, I don't have to worry too much about anything at this point because, you know, my dehydration level and my hunger level are at 100%. But, you know, that is a real thing that you need to keep an eye on is, you know, what's my physical health life like. And, whoops. And so do the NPCs, apparently. I was watching in that video stream update that... I just want to buy some armor. That... the NPCs will have to eat and drink. And in 17.1, apparently they have the ability to do that, to go find a vendor, buy stuff, find somewhere to sit down and eat that. And so the, you know, the AI is, you know, obviously being worked on. Let's just chuck on, I don't care what it is, I really don't care. Let's just chuck this on. I just want something cheap, so if I, for some reason, need to be outside of my ship, in space. I've got some EVA controls, so I can float around in space and all that sort of. So what did we get? We got the pab arm. Let's get the legs. Matthew Bruce blew way too much money on this game. Have not played it since the first hangar module. I was exactly the same. I spent $700. We'll go have a look at some of my ships in a minute. And I logged into my hangar maybe 3 years ago and looked at one of my ships. And I was like, this is cool. And then logged out, and that was it. Until about a month ago that I was like, which helmet should we get? Should we get a new helmet? Oh, there's a... We can't rotate this model. Until about 3 or 4 weeks ago that I saw a video on YouTube saying, you know, Star Citizen 3.16 is amazing now. And so I thought I'll reinstall it and jump in and have a look. And since that moment, I've been having an absolutely amazing time. And if Charlotte was here, you know, those people who tune in on Friday nights for design night will know my daughter Charlotte. Let's buy that. She will say that I play too much Star Citizen, because I have quite literally every night been playing. With all its weird janky glitchiness and frustrating bugs and, you know, weird deaths and, you know, it's super janky, but you know, I love it. This undersuit is not amazing. We should get in some better light. And you know, this is another thing, right? You know, everything about the game is amazing. You know, I need to be in proper light to be able to see this. One thing that frustrates me, let's bring up my Moby Glass, right? So we're wearing this device on our arm. Okay, I can't see with my armor on, but we've got this device on our arm, right? Called a Moby Glass. And that Moby Glass is my, you know, display. You saw him bring his arm up. It, you know, gives me all my information, you know, jobs I can go and get, my contracts manager, and, you know, what my ships are looking like. So, you know, there's my prospector. There's the RSI constellation, the Andromeda. You know, I can modify and change all my, you know, components and weapon systems and all that sort of stuff. But this Moby Glass, right, it's a holographic display. If I stand too close to something and I open my Moby Glass, you can see it's been clipped on the left there because I'm too close to whatever it is, and my Moby Glass is appearing on the other side of it. It's annoying, and some people would say that's a bug. But, you know, in reality, if I have a holographic display coming off of my arm and I'm standing so close to something, you know, that my holographic display is appearing behind whatever I'm standing in front of, that's not a bug. That's what would actually happen. It is annoying, though. You can see here, right? I can hardly see what I'm doing because when I go into this view, rather than the game saying I'm in this view, change, you know, the lighting to look like this, it just shows me, in this case, my inventory, which the system is super bugged. If I want a better view, I actually need to stand in some light. Amazing. I love it. Ah, stop it. This will do. And actually, we do want a better flight suit. Let's go buy a proper flight suit. Where are we? Back this way. I'm still on my starter ship, but it's a crappy one. I need to update. You know, it's you know, there's I've been watching a lot of content, and people seem to be doing a lot of cool stuff with their little Aurora. You know, even dogfights and stuff with the basic bounty missions and stuff. Let's get this flight suit here. Whatever. Certainly looks cool, says Michael M. It's a visually stunning game. Absolutely visually stunning. Yes, I'll be happy with that. Thank you so much. I hope you have a wonderful day. Can I steal your coffee? No. That would have been too amazing. Like all these mannequins here, you can buy stuff off these mannequins. If you want that, you can look at it and you can buy it straight off them. Well, you know, obviously it's easy to use the terminals. But all this stuff is physically here. Amazing. All right, let's get that flight suit on, and then give us grief about our armor. We're gonna have to put all that back on. A new look. There we go. Very Halo-esque. Let's get in some light because we can't see what we're doing. Matthew Gross says, I agreed, ambitious project, but it's looking very good. Also the most funded game in history I've read. Yeah, I think we're up to like 400. I just said we're. I think I'm one of them. I'm becoming one of them. I didn't even... That was unconscious. Subconscious. We're at about 400 million apparently. Shut up, Stream Elements. I need to fix that message. All right, let's go back to the hangar. Oh yeah, hello. I'm sure that doesn't look scary at all, does it? What is that? It's either some tiles in some terrible torture chamber that we just can't see the bottom of. Yeah, I'm not walking through there. We'll go call this lift instead. Oh, that's so Star Citizen. Let's go back to our hangars. Yeah, I think they could at least adjust the light. I think it's just tacky design there. Yeah, there's certainly things that are, you know, super janky, and you know they are fixing those. All right, so we loaded up our Constellation with some.
Welcome.
So the only ship on here that I have bought in game is the Prospector. Otherwise, you know, I backed for the Arrow, the Hornet, the little Merlin, this little snub-nosed fighter. I didn't realize that the Constellation actually has one in it. I got the Origin 300 and the 300, and this huge, massive Starfarer. Unfinished area. Well, there should be some doors there. You know, there's normally 2 lifts there. I wonder if, yeah, actually.
Please visit the gate.
There's normally doors there. Let's get this Constellation. We'll... Oh! Violet Claim, what the hell? My Starfarer? No, don't do that. Don't do that. Click on the wrong buttons. If you claim a ship from a terminal, so that Starfarer was at a different space station. So I can go to that space station and retrieve it, just like this one, or I can lodge an insurance claim and it will give me a new ship. The problem is I'll lose whatever is inside that Starfarer at the moment. I don't know if there is anything in it, because, you know, this column here where it tells me what cargo it has is janky, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Vehicle selected.
I want to do that. We want to get our Constellation.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
At 11.
Please
And now I've got to... Like this random NPC. Yeah? What are you doing, dude? Why are you doing that? You're so random and weird. Alright, now we're going to go out to pad 11. Make sure I've got a helmet on. Maybe interested to watch this stream back, just so I can see what the quality is like. OBS tells me the connection is excellent. At 18. Got my helmet on? Yes, because if I don't have a helmet on, as soon as I cross this force barrier here, I'm in space and I will be dying very, very quickly. I think we will know if the game succeeds once role players start to really get into it. Well, there's been a whole bunch of roleplay events, some really big, you know, ones apparently. You know, they're filling in and making the gameplay big, you know, because of the lack of gameplay. Where's the elevator? And doing all sorts of cool stuff. Like there was apparently a server-wide event, you know, I don't know when, but at some stage they set up like this race circuit on one of the moons. Daymar, which is a desert moon that orbits around Crusader, which is a massive gas giant. And you know, they had the referees were there. They had ambush points set up where, you know, people on the server were like, I'm going to be an ambusher, and people on the server, I'm going to be a racer, and you know, they set up like a, you know, this server-wide you know, event. But this is the Constellation, the Andromeda. It's a fairly, you know, what's a word? No, not industrial. The word escapes me for the moment. Toilet in here. Ooh. I think we'd call this a day head on a boat, on a ship. That'd be our day head. We got some storage in here. Apparently, you can store weapons and stuff in here, and I've never used anything. Beds, which allow me to log in and out. And my storage area down the back here. Missiles for days. This ship is the gunship, so there's several turrets that can be manned by other players. It's got 52 missiles or something on board. It's massive. And then through the back here. So at some stage we should be able to open up all these panels to see our components. On some ships you can already do that. On this one you can't. And down the back here is my little snub-nosed fighter. So I think we'll go up into space, get in our fighter, and, you know, I've never successfully been able to dock back on it. So we might drop off the Quantanium first. And I want to... I've never been able to get in that ship, take off, and dock back with the Andromeda to be able to, you know, join the two ships back together. All right, so there we go. Well, let's bring up our... Get some engines on. Let's get our star map up. Oh, we just might oops. Bring up our mobi-glass, go to the vehicle maintenance. Let's just refuel. We've got some repairs that we need to do. Let's refuel our quantum drive. Let's refuel our hydrogen. We'll go to our star map. We'll plot a course for Area 18 here on ArcCorp. Scroll in. Where are we? Where's Baijini Point? There it is. There's Area 18. So each of the main planets has its main city. And then a whole bunch of different outposts and areas around it. Utilitarian. Thank you, Campaign Terrain. That's the word I was thinking of. Sobik says, honestly, if I can just host parties on my ship, I will be happy to spend too much money on the game. Look, you can do that right now. You know, there's the 890 Jump now is a massive, you know, touring luxury ship, 290 meters long or something. It costs 35 million UEC. You could do that right now. Get a whole bunch of people on your ship, cruise off, go up to Microtech, go to check out some cool forest. So we're going to go back to ArcCorp. I want to drop off this Quantanium. I dropped off, what have I got? You know, 1.5 million. I sold $900,000 worth of Quantanium just the other night. And when I logged in the next day, it was gone. Don't know what happened. It was gone. Looking back up says it's the stream looks fine from here, says Michael M. Matthew Gross says I stupidly bought the giant mining ship. Well, you know, it's stupid, right? Because it doesn't work right now, but, you know, hopefully at some stage in the future it works, right? Like that Starfarer, you know, that's a refueling ship. And until this patch, 3.17, it didn't have any refueling capabilities. But now, you know, you can, you know, there's a full system for refueling other ships in space, including, you know, them paying for the service, you setting your rates and all that sort of stuff. So it says, can you make money doing just non-combat and trade? You can indeed. You can indeed. You know, right now I'm taking this Quantanium back to ArcCorp. I mined this Quantanium on Lyria. So if I bring up my star map, let's just wait. Am I going to crash into the planet? No. You can see here on the left, my velocity says 0. Fantastic. So we're orbiting. Over here, in the ArcCorp system is Lyria. Lyria is where I go to mine Quantanium in my prospector. I then take that up to Arc L1, refine it, and then bring that from Arc L1 down to Area 18 on ArcCorp, and sell the refined material. Oh, the onboard refinery. That's apparently coming later this year. Amazing. Oh, it's been all that people have been talking. Keep on looking at the camera, but there's no little Viv there on the screen. That's apparently coming at the end of this year. And it's on everybody's lips right now because refining and mining and all that sort of stuff is one of the big ways that you make money in the game outside of doing combat missions and all that sort of stuff. So this is, so you can see here, this is nothing but, let's get out of here. This is nothing but city. The whole surface of the planet is covered in city. And we can fly down to any point on this, you know, on this planet, and the city will be there in high fidelity. We just can't land on the ground in the city like we can on so many of the other, or on the other planets. Well, actually, you can only do that on Hurston or Microtech, because Crusader is a massive gas giant. Anyway, let's go down. It should be down here somewhere. There it is. You get to know your way around after a while. Every time you quantum jump to somewhere, you're always facing the same direction and all that sort of stuff. And then it's just a matter of, you know, locating your areas. Yeah, so that, you know, I'm a terrible pilot, Solvix. I can't do bounties and all that sort of stuff, earn my money that way. I can't do, you know, bunker missions and all the first person, you know, missions. You know, I'm just so bad at it. There's too many things happening at the studio which are stressful and annoying enough that, you know, I can't, you know, just can't do that combat stuff. So I just really enjoy chilling out on Lyria or on Daymar in my my ROC, my rock, you know, mining gems, or, you know, out on Lyria mining, you know, Quantanium. Let's have a look. All right, whereabouts are we? So we should be facing the city. So over here somewhere in the, you know, the distance over there should be, what, this, you know, good way to shake that nose around. Over here somewhere should be the spaceport. It's, like I said, every time you come into a, you know, quantum drive into somewhere, you should always be facing the same direction. I say that. Sometimes Area 18 has been directly below me, which it is not. Do flip all the way around. Got that. Or it will be ahead of me. Wow, super foggy here today at Area 18. And this is the thing, you know, there's a weather system in place, right? You can get caught in some brutal storms. I've been killed in a storm once. Coming out of a building. And the wind was so strong it blew me off the ramp and I died. I've broken my leg before running around too much. You know, I was running around and jumped over, like, there was some people sitting on a, you know, a bench, jumped over that and jumped over the glass rail behind them and landed and broke my leg. I had to take myself to hospital. Solvex, also a combat ship for cargo. Munitions are the biggest and heaviest cargo. Sell those! Yeah, there we go. You can see it in ahead of us. It's in the distance there. I think this cockpit. Let's turn that off. What have we got quantum drive on for? That bar in the middle of the screen is so annoying. Let's get some cruise control on. Let's get back out here. Alright, we'll go drop this off. And I've been loving it. Just absolutely loving it. Hours and hours and hours, right? You know, all we've done right now is go from Area 18, take this ship, the Constellation. Lovely ship. There's a little ship, that little snub-nosed spider. Is it missing a wing? How is it missing a wing? What? All we've done is take this ship out up to Arc L1, go get me Quantanium from there, and fly it back. And it's taken us an hour to do that. Alright, air traffic control is in range. Where are we landing?
Please proceed to assign.
Ooh, down there. This would be cool in VR. It would be absolutely amazing. I need to set up my track IR. Actually, I have it set up. See that yellow, that white arrow? There was somebody over here. There's people over here. Matt J75. Have I got cruise control on? Pay attention to what you're doing, Viv. This is how I crash into the planet so often. I have cruise control on and then I just start, you know, randomly looking around and stuff and bam! It would be absolutely amazing in VR. Yeah, so I've got my track IR set up, my track 5 or track IR 5 or whatever it is. I always get real scary when you're approaching like this and you can see the hangar doors opening, especially if you're pointing directly down like this. And when the hangar doors open and it's just space on the other side, and you're like, am I going to actually land in a hangar? Or have you just not rendered the hangar? Or is that actually going to teleport me into space? I can't see that. Yeah, there we go. It's rendered. That's where we're going. I got a bail. Says campaign train need to be up in 5 hours. Night Viv, best of luck with the NAS. Thanks so much. Yes, the backup is happening today of the corrupted drive, and then tomorrow we'll do the restore of the 1-year-old backup, and then, you know, then we've got to assess what we've lost and what's involved in being able to. So there's some things I can do at the studio, there's some things I can't. And I just can't be bothered, so right now I'm playing games. Whilst that backup of the corrupted system happens, it's taking another, it would be down to about 10 hours so far. Once that's finished, then I can do the restore. Once the restore has happened, then I can assess the actual damage. We got landing gear down? We don't. Got some landing gear down. Instrument landing. I do love a good instrument landing. On this one, it's difficult because it doesn't give you, you know, outside of, you know, your pitch and your yaw and all that sort of stuff, your roll, all of that is here. You know, my flight controls are all here. I can see all that. But what it doesn't give me is any proximity control over, you know, my wingtips. Obviously, this is a massive, massive craft. You know, I can't see my, my wingtips. You know, I can't see the full beam of my ship, right? From starboard to port. So it makes it difficult sometimes, and some of these hangars are really, really tight. All right, let's turn our engines off. Let's get out. Let's go sell some Quantanium. Only a handful of people tuned in with us, so I think most of those people have been here from the... Why did that open? Weird. There's only a few people who are watching. Those people who are watching have probably been here from the beginning, but if you've just joined us, if you're one of those handful of people that have just joined us, I'm napping about at home because the NAS at the studio has been attacked by the Deadbolt ransom virus, and I'm in the process of restoration and recovery. And whilst there's things I can be doing at the studio, I vagued out and said nope on today and came home and I'm playing Star Citizen. I'm going to pick up my daughter from school soon, and then I'll go off to the club tonight. First time I've missed the last 3 weeks at the Axes and Hours Gaming Club. I've been unwell for the 2 of those weeks, and last week, again, I just wasn't in a very good headspace and I didn't want to go. I kind of don't want to go tonight. I haven't organised a game, you know, outside of, you know, hanging out and talking to people and catching up and, you know, having a good time. There's nothing for me to do there, right? You know, I haven't organised a game, so
Welcome to the SoTT.
That never bothers me in the past. I don't normally play at the club anyway. I go to socialise, hang out, drink beer, catch up with the people, take photos, all that sort of stuff. And obviously my mental health isn't fantastic, and one of the things that I'm consciously aware of is that as soon as I start pulling out of things that I enjoy doing and going, I can't be bothered anymore, then I know things are getting worse. And that's where I am. I can't be bothered going to the club tonight. I'd rather sit here and play Star Citizen, which is sometimes not a bad thing, but I know for me right now it's not a good thing. When you give up on what you enjoy doing, then it's one of those precursors, for me at least, towards a deeper state of depression. Matthew Grouse says, I feel your heartbreak, Viv. Lost my father's eulogy to ransomware a few years ago. Oh, that's so terribly sad, man. I'm so sorry to hear that. That sucks. What are we doing again? Oh yeah, we're going to sell the Quantanium. Dobik says you should probably be able to sell from the ship unless you can barter. Well, you know, I like the fact that I need to actually, now I'm physically going back. I've left the spaceport. I'm physically going back to the Area 18, the Commons, the main area. Because I have, I have to go to the trade. What is it? The Trade Development and distribution or TDD or something. I can't remember. I have to go there to use one of their terminals to sell my goods. So obviously I could do that from my computer in my ship. If they had the tech and you in the game, you're able to do that. But, you know, I think it just removes part of the adventure. And I think right now this kind of feels like a little bit of a pain in the ass because like nothing else is happening. There's nobody else about. There's no chance that, you know, some random encounter might happen, you know, but that's what I'm hoping and looking forward to and so excited about is that right now I'm leaving the spaceport. I'm heading back to Area 18 to go to the TDD to sell my Quantanium. And I kind of hope that, look at these T-pose guys here. Hello, janky NPCs. Hello. What are you doing, janky man? I'm kind of hoping that as the game does develop, something, you know, there could be the possibility that something might happen between my run from the start point up to the TD. Maybe, you know, I get hijacked here at the train station, or one of these NPCs attacks me, or another player attacks me. I can't attack anyone here. I'm pressing the 0 key, which should get my fists out. But, you know, we're in an amnesty zone here. I think that would be cool. Sovik says it's easy to stay at home. I still stuck at home, and I hate it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a fantastic person for being able to work from home. You know, when we closed our office in the city years and years and years ago, way before coronavirus, and you know, working from home was all the rage. You know, we did that years ago, and I was never very good at it. I very much prefer to be with people. And that, you know, if we're being honest, you know, that's one of the things that's is a problem for me at the studio. Is, you know, Scott's not there anymore, Aki's not there anymore. There's nobody there except me. Kind of like, you know, what is the point of me doing this? You know, if there's no one else for me to enjoy this with. 175 grand for that load of Quantanium. Sell that. Got it. So there we go. Solvix. It's taken a little bit of time, but I've earned 175 grand with no combat. Put other parts of the adventure if you're going to a fun group of NPC to buy it for good prices and good jobs, then it would be worth it. Yeah, exactly. There's, you know, there's loads of other stuff that can be there's loads of possibility for cool stuff that we can do. And from what I understand, where the game is at the moment in this 3.17 patch is a lot of the building blocks and the framework seem to be coming together. I think there's quite a lot of that still needs to happen while they implement the rest of it, all that functions and feature, and, you know, iron out all the bugs and stuff, and before they actually start like populating this place, right? You know, there's, you know, all this cool stuff to go and, you know, check out and places to go. Like, there's a bar in here, the G-Lock bar. Welcome to G-Lock. But there's nothing I can do in here.
What do you want? Whiskey? Beer? Or whiskey?
I would love a beer right now. Oh, no shit. What? I totally wasn't expecting anything to happen. Beer. What? Gen Liberty. Stop moving around, dude. Malts bottle. No, dude, every time you move like that, it makes it difficult. That's a little bit janky. Thank you very much. Let's get the Hofdor beer, right?
Good choice.
It is a good choice. What's going to happen? Oh no, he's actually going to pour the beer. You can see it. That's incredible. Like any other game, right? If you were going to buy provisions from a store or an NPC, it'd just appear in your inventory. But no, this guy's going to go over there and pour that beer. There's no head on that beer. There is no head on that beer. Okay, we can improve on that. Now I can grab this, right? Inspect, store, drink, grab. Look at that dude just there. What is he doing? Look at that beer. This dude's been a bit weird. Yeah, he's been way more than a bit weird. I'm going to take my helmet off if we're going to drink this. Let's get back in. Amazing. I totally wasn't expecting anything to happen just then. Let's take this helmet off.
Good one.
Thank you, I will. Imagine coming over here. Like, apparently there's mission givers in the game. Like, I totally wasn't expecting anything to happen with that bartender dude, but obviously he works and can sell you beer. This dude, let's drink some of this beer. Delicious. So tasty. Apparently there's mission givers where you can go and just click on them. They're, you know, they're not marked, they're not identified. They're just as they would be, you know, some... You having a good time there, mister? I hope you having fun. Like in real life, you know, if you're going to meet somebody in a cafe, they wouldn't normally have a sign saying, start here. I stole the glass! Oh man, we gotta run, they're gonna be pissed. Let's get out of here, shit. Wouldn't that be cool if he chased me? If like a bouncer chased me. At this little food area down here. Beer on tap, hey? Do you sell beer? No. You don't work. See, this is why I wasn't expecting the other guy to work, because so... You guys see on the bottom left of the screen the little medicine pills? My 1.6, this is my drug level in my body. I wonder if I can drink myself to death. Just so visually stunning, this game. If you run around too much, your heart rate starts to increase. I blacked out once from running too much. I've taken so many screenshots. Gorgeous, gorgeous game. Where are we? What's the time? 3:20. In an hour and 20 minutes. If you just joined us, there's no Wednesday workshop. I'm napping about in Star Citizen while I'm in the middle of the restore and recover phase from the deadbolt attack on the server at work. I love how just what he's sitting on a chair. He is like this random dude here, right? He's totally going to be a mission giver. I like how the shops, this gun shop here, for example, it actually has the guns on display. Oh, hello. This is another player over here. What you looking at, buddy? All the players normally wear the white suit with the helmet. It's what you get free after you die and end up in hospital. They give you a complimentary flight suit and a helmet. That's very nice of them. You can buy this off the rack, right? You can buy this. You know, they're amazing. Let's inspect this. What happens if we inspect it?
That's a nice fit.
It is a nice fit, isn't it? Let's inspect that once more. E to exit and the mouse to rotate. Well, the mouse to rotate doesn't do anything. Can we look in third person view? No, I can't look in third person view. Oh, that's right. That's fun. It'd be interesting to see. So here, Kasaba, right? No one shops at Kasaba. It's where we go to buy clothes, right? What do we need clothes for when everyone just runs around in armor all the time? Well, unless you're role-playing and you want to have some, you know, costumes and stuff on. I've been watching, like murder mystery streams. Oh God, on whose channel is it? Star Streams, I think they're called. And they do like a murder mystery night on the jump, is it the 890 jump? And, you know, the 890 jump's a huge, big luxury ship. So you can buy all this, you know, all of this stuff is all, you know, interactive. All these shoes and boots and all this stuff, you can try them on, you can buy them all. And so they dress up, right? You know, you can buy hats and stuff. Each of the shops is different. The stock is different in each of the shops. The design is different. The whole aesthetics change from system to system. And so, you know, those guys, you know, they role play the whole murder mystery night. They're all dressed up properly and stuff. So if you want clothes, check out the stores. They're different everywhere you go. Is there any cool clothing? Yeah, well, I mean, this stuff here at Area 18, you know, the game has in it, it is like a proper fully realized world. This place here, Area 18, is fairly heavily controlled, and so the style of the clothing kind of reflects each of the different areas. I saw somebody in a cool top hat the other day. I don't know where they got that from. Clearly not from Kasaba at Area 18. Maybe that was from, I don't know, Microtech or something. Staff only. Here we go. A lot of these NPCs are super rude, man.
Hey.
Super rude. Especially some of the guys that work at the cafes. What do you want? I'm not here to clean up after you. Put your stuff in the bin. They can be fairly rude. Yeah, so you know, it's so much depth. I wouldn't wear anything in that shop. I'd take you up to it's called Microtech? Not Microsoft, Microtech I think it's called. Let's have a quick look. Microtech, yeah? Yeah, Microtech. There's some cool shops up on Microtech. Microtech is an amazing place. It's super futuristic. Looks great. But it's 52 million kilometers away. And 52 million kilometers takes about 20 minutes. For me. I haven't upgraded any of my quantum drives, so everything takes a while. So there we go, there we go. Potential depth, I think. Oh yeah, there's so much. So much. The possibilities are great. And obviously, you know, their ambition, you know, matches those possibilities. Wanted by Art Corp. Joe Rinaldi. A question mark RT. They don't know how dangerous this goes. Like this VLRT, I'm still on the very low risk targets. Or the low risk targets. You know, I don't even have, you know, a star rating yet because I'm so bad at doing these missions. Maybe we'll do one of these and then we'll log off. That's, You have reputation with different organizations too. Yeah, I need to do this certification from the Bounty Hunters Guild in order to be able to do more missions for them. I'd like to offer you the chance to earn your full tracker license. Need to go out to a cave on Microtech. Microtech is a long way away. Where is this guy? He's on Walla. All right, let's accept this bounty. We'll go back to the spaceport, which will take us an hour. Jason the Bruce is back! I've only spent 50-ish. I have, I need to... Well, the starter package, I think, is 45 US. And that gets you the Aurora. The RSI Aurora, which is a good multi-use ship. And then you can buy your ships in game, or you can pledge for them with real-world money. And if you pledge for things with real-world money, then you always have access to it. Apparently there's been a couple of server wipes during the development, and I'm sure there'll be one, obviously, when the game goes live, and there might be more between now and when that happens. So when that happens, I'll lose my Prospector, for example, because I bought that in-game. But all my other ships I'll keep because I bought those. Hi, sweetheart. Thanks, darling. What's that? What's that? Do I want a Euros? Of course I want a Euros. Are we getting chips? I'm streaming Star Citizen, darling. That's alright. I decided to the backup of... Everyone else can listen in. There's not a lot of people here with us. So the restore is happening on the NAS at the studio. Or the backup of the corrupted version of the NAS is happening. It's going to take 13 hours. And so I crapped out. I came home and I thought I'd play some Star Citizen. Tomorrow I need to do the backup for, you know, the 1-year-old backup. I can compare what's going on and find out what I've lost. How's your day been? Students are killing it. Amazing. Alright. Yeah, I guess that's one, you know, advantage of the game being, you know, physical, is that while I wait for the train to travel, all of that stuff is happening out there. You know, I could go out there. But the game just won't let me. Is that I can have a quick catch up with my wife while I wait for the train to get where we're going. I want to be able to go down onto this road. This is not a cutscene, right? Not a cutscene. We're physically there. Apparently, a lot of these ships here. Let's stop running around, Viv. Apparently, a lot of these ships here on ArcCorp are previous prototypes of the ships that people used to be able to check out in their hangars and stuff. And Michael M is here in the chat with us. Thanks for tuning in. It's obviously not a Wednesday workshop stream. Is it available on Mac? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, to be honest. And Sovic says I have a quick business question. I like that armor. And I do like how they just like casually walked onto the train. Not in a mad rush. You know, every now and then you do see people like, if I... Oh, I must remember to put my helmet on. My scroll wheel will increase or decrease my rate of movement from this slow casual jaunt to, you know, this run, and then my shift key or whatever you've found your sprint key to, then you can get a little bit of extra speed in sprint. And every now and then you do see people just, you know, walking around like this. You know, we're so commonly used to just go, fuck, run everywhere, especially in an MOO or something like that. But, you know, every now and then I do see people walking along like this. Players, not NPCs. Let's stick a helmet on before I forget about it. And we're going to go grab our Hornet.
Welcome to the SoTT vehicle retrieval system.
Ooh.
Vehicle
Let's retrieve this Hornet.
Stand by.
And we'll go do that bounty.
Your vehicle has been delivered to the following location.
Yeah. I think I really might jump onto my Rubbish In, Rubbish Out channel and do some streaming there. I think I'll do some... I think I'll edit the my first impression videos. No, where are we going? We're going to Hangar 5, right? I'm glad it shows me my waypoint. No, we're going to Hangar 3. Had someone get in my lift the other day and he pressed all the buttons and then got off and ran away. Like what happens in real life. And I was like, now I'm going to have to go to every hangar. I was going to bloody hangar... no, where was I? I was going to Pad 11. I must have been on a spaceport. So annoying. No, we're going back. Stop. No, now we're going back to the departure bay. The departures hall. All right, we want to get back to Hangar 3. All right. Is this Hangar 3? This is Hangar 3. Amazing. There's my Hornet. If I was keen to get some city buildings around the 10 to 12 millimeter size, custom build, is it possible at the moment? No. The Aurora and the Mustang are the ships that Jason the Bruce has. One was free. Probably the Mustang. The Aurora is the starter ship that you get. No, at the moment, I'm not really doing a huge amount of in-depth design work. Obviously, I'm massively behind on my own design work at the moment. That you know, unless you came to me and said, "Hey, Viv, you know, I've done all the design work, I've done all the files. You know, can you
You're
cut this
clear
for
to
me?"
launch.
Unless that's the situation, then the answer at the moment is unfortunately no. I'm so far behind on everything, but I wouldn't be able to commit to. Okay, so my USB 3 cables just arrived, which is what Kim came and handed me. Because I wanted some USB 3 cables for all the data transfer that I need to do over the next couple of days while I sort everything out and move things around and set up my network properly. And there's our landing gear. Let's get out into space and then we'll go track this guy down and we'll see.
Thank you.
Yeah, a live demonstration of Viv's combat prowess. So bad. Sadly, there's no way for me to do the design work. Well, look, I can't make any promises, but you know, if you've got references or ideas, put them on the Discord. I've got a Discord. I really need to do something. How many times am I going to say this during my streams that I should use the Discord? Pop them on the Discord, and I'll jump in and, you know. Right, we're very well in orbit. And I'll have a look, but I really can't promise anything. So these maps sometimes are a little bit janky, but like I said before, it's a cool concept. So Pace's last known location. So what's close? Shady Glen Farms. Oh no, Sampson's and Salvages. Okay, let's clear the route. Can I set a route there? That's setting me a route to Walla. But I want to set a route. Oh, it's so janky! I want to set a route here. To Sampson's and Sons, and this bloody overlay route. Let's just set a route to Walla, and then we can go from there. Quantum drives on. Let that spool up. Boot out here. I just want to be able to support Ozchops as much as possible for this kind of stuff. Well, that is one of the best things I've heard today, because that's what we need to do to make sure that we have you know, a good strong local economy and a good strong manufacturing segment and a good strong hobby industry. So, you know, we need to support our local people.
Quantum drive is now on.
What's close? Shady Glen Farms is 404 kilometers away. Pace's location is 376. Okay, so we can... No, he's right there. We can go to Sampson's and Sons Salvage Center. If I have to go inside this place... Oh, I think we're going to have a problem. I think we're going to have a problem. I don't think I could do this bounty. I don't have a weapon. I'm so afraid to press buttons in these little fighters because there's so many hotkeys. I'm afraid that if I press something, I'm going to eject myself out into space. Whereas in the bigger ships, if I'm doing something and I get out of my chair, at least I know I'm going to get out into the bridge rather than get out into the atmosphere. I've got a feeling this guy might be in a bunker. And I'm going to press I, hopefully. No, that turns my engines off. Yep. I would normally open my inventory, but in a ship, it turns my engines on and off. I've got a feeling this guy's going to be inside a bunker, and I won't be able to go in there because I don't have a weapon. You know, all my inventory is localized, right? All my weapons will be back at Arc 18. I didn't bring any with me. We're going to crash into the ground. If I keep focusing on that waypoint, we're going to crash into the ground. Stump with our speed. Yeah, we're That's neat. I hate missions on the dark side. So there's the ground down there, right? Oh no, here he is. What's he doing down there? You're firing missiles at me.
Son of a bitch.
Oh! Shield's critical. Let's get out of here. Let our shields restore. We can see on the bottom right there, all our shields are down. Let's move some power to shields. What? Why can't I turn around? Bit weird. Alright, let's... Got some missiles. Sorry for coming and going. No, mate! Alright, let's, did I just fire a missile randomly? Oh! No, I didn't see that missile. We're out. We're out! How did that happen? I still got the 4,000. Oh, I'm falling down to the earth. I killed him. He killed me. I ejected out of my ship, and now I'm slowly falling to the ground, and I'm going to die. I'm a really good pilot. Squish killed. What's the character creator like in this so far? It's actually really amazing. It is actually really amazing. I haven't seen it, but from what I understand, you can 3-dimensionalize your face to use as your character's avatar. I did hit the target. I did destroy him, but I got my bounty. But I didn't see a missile. I heard the alarm. I thought it was further off than it actually was, and I didn't deploy some decoys in time. And so he shot me down, and as a consequence, I bailed out of my craft and fell to earth. Rip the ship. Yep. So when you die, you lose everything you had, and they give you will respawn back at your home. My home is Area 18. You can either have your home on Area 18 in Lawville on Hurston, or at New Babbage on Microtech. Jank. And that will give you this hospital gown, which everyone just chucks on the floor. And so you will constantly see hospital gowns everywhere. I've lost that armor and stuff I had. We just bought it. We just bought that armor. Now it's gone. Normally, if I'm going to do bounty missions, I will just wear my free flight suit and the free helmet. That way, if I crash my ship, I don't lose anything. Best bounty hunter in the system will get your target every time once. Yep. Oh, there we go. Let's jump out of here for a little bit. Let's go back. Where are we? Main camera. Oh man. Thank you so much, everyone. If you've made it this far, if you're watching this video later on, hope you've enjoyed it. Star Citizen's is super fun. I really love it. Hopefully we'll have some better updates for what's happening in the studio in the coming days. Hopefully there will be a design night on Friday. We'll be seeing. Maybe we'll be going back and redesigning some of the stuff we're going to have lost over the last year. But I appreciate you tuning in. Thank you guys to the people in the chat, Jason, the Bruce, Solvix, everybody else that was there. Thank you so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon. I should set up a hotkey, shouldn't I? Really should.